Now to the Target 12 investigators with a closer look at what's shaping up to be a big week at the Rhode Island State House.
We are joined live at 4 by 12 News politics editor Ted Nesi. So Ted, as always, this is a kind of a crunch time of year. A lot of big issues come to a head at the General Assembly. Lawmakers preparing to finish up their work for the year.
That's right, Brian. When the calendar flips to June, state lawmakers start itching to wrap things up, especially in an election year like this when they want to hit the campaign trail. Right now, legislative leaders are hoping they can gavel out the session by the end of next week. But as always, that'll depend on how things go with the big controversial bills they haven't taken up yet. They did take a big step toward the end of the year. Just last week, the $13.6 billion state budget bill, which would go into effect next month, that passed the committee on Thursday. There was plenty of money to spread around due to the big state budget surplus and all the federal dollars that have been flowing into Rhode Island. Now the full House is scheduled to debate and vote on the budget bill this Thursday, usually a lengthy multi-hour debate considering how much money is at stake. And we always watch the timing of the budget bill, not only because of how much taxpayer money is in there, but also because scheduling the final budget votes usually is a signal that the legislative session is close to wrapping up.
And Ted, while that is a big thing, the budget there, we're also focusing on some gun legislation that's been at the center of the State House really after the Uvalde massacre.
Yeah, Chelsea, as you say, this shot to the top of the agenda. I shouldn't use that phrasing, but went right to the top of the legislative agenda after the horrific events in Texas. And it's drawn activists on both sides of the gun issue to protest at the State House. There are 3 bills in play in Rhode Island right now. One to ban higher capacity gun magazines, one to hike the minimum age for buying guns and ammo to 21 years old in Rhode Island, and one to make it illegal to carry a loaded rifle or shotgun in public. All 3 of those bills passed the House on Friday after a sometimes heated debate. Now attention's turning to the Senate, where the committee that handles these bills is dominated by gun rights supporters. So we'll have to see if top Senate Democrats have the votes to pass the measures out of committee. They may need to add people to the committee, leaders who don't usually vote. If they do get out of committee, then those gun bills will go to the floor for final votes and presumably on from there to the governor. One other bill I'm watching is the bill that would give driver's licenses to immigrants who are in the country illegally. That bill has already cleared the Senate, but we're still waiting to see if it passes the House.
Some issues that impact everybody. We appreciate it. An issue that we're all very interested in. You're back with us after a little break.
Yes, I'm back.
Big developments in your life.
Yes.
How are things?
As you guys were kind enough to mention, Kim, who Chelsea is so ably filling in for, Kim Clooney and I welcomed our baby daughter, Samantha, about 2.5 weeks ago now. The days have blurred. And baby and Kim are doing great.
Great.
Kim did an amazing job, doing her role in that, and the baby's healthy. She is eating so much formula, I said they're going to have to do another military plane just for her,
just for your house,
to make sure we have enough here. But no, and we appreciate all the love and support from our 12 News family.
It's great to have you back.
We have to mention that your social media has substantially changed since
Samantha's
gotten here.
Yes.
Politics are proudest dad on the planet.
I'm back. I'm back to my politics day, but I was struck. There are so many brands of diapers. When I went to Target after the hospital, I was like, and sub-brands, and you're like, they really have one job. How different can all these be? But it does make a difference. We tested a couple. I think we're on the right track now. I won't do a brand advertisement here, but yeah, I've learned a lot in the last 2.5 weeks.
It's great to see you, and we're so thrilled for you all.
Thanks, Brian.
You look well rested too, which I'm shocked at. Great to have you here at 4. Thank you.